What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Dad Time. I'm Thor, and today we're gonna install some speakers on the quad and the side-by-side from our friends over at Kspeaker. So first, we're looking at the K66 Max over here, which is a 1600 watt peak power, which comes out maybe 240 RMS, has all kinds of cool lighting features, has bass drivers on the end. It's a pretty awesome speaker, but we have a little surprise for you. We couldn't wait, so we went ahead and installed that one already. We went ahead and just used the little screws that go into the unit and drilled up through the body, which isn't a big deal because eventually this quad's going to get some riser boxes, I should say. So we're going to mount this speaker up higher onto those, so no big deal there. But however, we are going to show you how to mount one on my side-by-side. This is a 2017 Polaris Ranger XP1000 Crew, and we're going to put the K66 Max on mine because this one's 2000 watt peak power, which probably puts about 300 or 400 watts RMS. We've already tested the sound on this one. It's very bassy and crystal clear. It sounds like a Bose. It's very directional like a Bose speaker. So whatever it's pointing at, you're gonna get hit pretty good. If you're off to the side, you're not gonna get as much contact as if you're just right in line of the speaker, which is kind of what they're gonna go for when you're getting into something like a side-by-side, because the speaker's pointed right at you anyway, and that's what you want. Here's the unit in all of its glory. I took my old speakers off. I did have a 4-tower system on here, but my amplifier started failing in the right channels, and those are sealed units. So we're gonna go with an all-in-one unit here that should be nice and tough and hold up to everything. So let's get started. All right, guys, with every Kspeaker you purchase, you're gonna get one of these. That's gonna give you all of their social media, so you can check out all the other awesome builds they have. Maybe it'll give you inspiration on where to put it on your rig. Or if you're like my rig, I've got a bar right there that just says, put a speaker on me. So you're gonna get your quick start guide here. All these cool people having fun with their lighted speakers. And then it shows every piece of hardware that you're gonna have in the kit. Now what that's gonna do is give you different options of how you're gonna mount your speaker system. We're gonna be going with the clamp system, which will clamp onto the bar. Now it's gonna show you all of your speaker connections, which are on the back of the unit here. And we did find out on Steve's unit that they give you this nice little USB drives, and they're full of music, which sounds really good on here. Your power cord, which plugs in to feed you power. And then you have your bass output if you wanted to run a separate bass unit, which honestly, these things sound pretty awesome. I would just plug it in first and test it out because you'll be pleasantly surprised. And then you've got here an auxiliary in, and that pretty much sums up everything back there. And then you get a bunch of zip ties so you can do a clean wire setup. Now you noticed I do have conduit on everything in my rig, and I'll be tying my power wire into this conduit right here and running it straight back along the channel there and right down to my battery, because these are direct wire to battery. As you can see here, direct wire to the battery. Do not cut the power to these, because you'll cut the power to the speaker and then it'll probably sound like crap because the amp's not going to get sufficient power. That is the bar setup. That's what we're going to go with. And if you look at these guys right here, look how much fun they're having, because it's right behind their heads and it's nice and loud. You get a remote, so you don't have to reach back and hit the buttons. You do have buttons, and they are pretty stout. You can feel them click, so you know that you're actually creating function there. But you do get not one remote, but 2 remotes in case you lose one, because like most dads, we lose stuff. You get tools. You don't even have to have tools. You can use the tools that came with it, which means you won't lose your tools. You have security straps in there just to make sure there's little holes on the back so you can secure this extra. And then you have all of your hardware there. Comes with 2 extra fuses. You have your sliding mounts, which go on the bar here, and then your loop mounts will go on there and bolt to those. And you've got straps in case you want to do that style. And your remote also comes with batteries. You don't even have to run to the store. I don't know about you other dads out there, but every time I hear my kids say, "Dad, I need batteries," I'm like, yeah, you dads know what's up. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get the mounting hardware on this speaker here, and then we're gonna clamp it onto the bar, and then we're gonna put some juice to it, and then we're gonna hear some rad tunes, man, so stay tuned. So you need to select which size clip you're gonna use, or hoop, to go on your bar. The smaller ones are going to work for my Polaris because I have a 1.75 inch bar. Now inside of there, you're going to see this rubber liner, and it's going to be marked 1.75 or 2.25. Obviously we're 1.75, so we're just going to grab that on the seam, give it a little tug, and it'll tear clean off. Then you're going to feed that right into your clamp there. You want to make sure that snaps back in. It has this locking strip in there, this rib, so that it doesn't spin around on you when you put it on there. That's a nice touch. And then you're going to take and you're going to pop that right on. Now with my Polaris, I have this bar in the way, so I won't be running 3 of those clamps, which you don't need to. This is way overkill, plenty. If you have the space, run the 3. But I've already got this one on and I've got that one on. So now all you have to do is look at your unit here, and you've got rubber on this side and you've got holes on that side. What you want to do, so you're going to take your pieces that go on the speaker side here, and you're going to have a rubber on this side. You're going to want to grab that. It pulls right off. Then you have this ribbed area here. It matches the ribbed backbone on the speaker. You want to take it, go to the end here. It slides right on. You're going to go to the notches that you want to go to. Probably make sure you put those on an even spacing. So we'll see how mine goes. The best way to do that, just grab your speaker, hold it up. I can go as far as I want on that, but I'll probably go more center on those because I don't have the center bar mount on there. So I'll probably stick with being on the inside of that, and that'll give it stability all the way across. So now you can go into your goodie bags, wherever they might be, right here. You're going to take out 4 of your little mount screws, and you go into your provided toolkit, and these are painted so they kind of grip in there just a little bit, but they will fall out if you're not careful. So I'm going to go into the furthest inside screws there. That one's in. Oh, I did the dad thing though. I went and tightened the first screw first. Don't do that. Leave it just a hair loose so that you can line up the second screw properly. There you go. That one's feeding in nicely. All right, that's nice and torqued. It's nice and torqued. Now we turn it to the side. Give it one extra dad-ugga-dugga there. All right, now it's good and tight. Then that rubber we took off earlier pushes right back on, and that gives cushion for your bar up here once you mount it, and also helps it with anti-slip so that the bar doesn't swing forward and smack you in the head. Okay, same thing on this side. Over, line that up, drop her in. Same thing. And I did it again. I tightened this one up. It's a habit.
The ugga-dugga comes at the end.
I know. I do it all the time. Sorry. Me Thor, me strong. Okay. There you go. There you go. Now we do the ugga-dugga sideways torquey.
Sweet.
Boom. Boom.
So we found out that that little thing right there is hindering in the way.
Don't forget, I'm a Milwaukee guy, but I'm a DeWalt guy second. This is my father-in-law's. Horsepower! Okay. You know what? I want to make sure this is... Because my roof doesn't really... this roof flew off on the freeway one time when we were coming back from doing a thing, so I ain't holding that one. Rats and straps anyway, so we can shave a little bit off.
Ratchet strap! Ratchet strap!
Bro, look at this over here. What is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that beautiful CF Moto. Hey, that's for another
day.
Yeah, that's for another day, another video right
Not
there.
today. Today we're working on the 2017 Polaris.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah. Down. All right. Whoa! Now you can take your handy dandy tool and you can just tighten these down The best way to do this, I think, is just a slight tilt backwards. And that was his idea. Got him! What about the people in the back? I'm like, do you see a bar back here? No, because Polaris doesn't care about the people in the back, and neither do we. Oh. And so these are these, if you look in the front, these are those horseshoes. They just feed right through. And then they nut in the back. So you don't see any of the ugly in the front side.
That's fine.
Oh!
The question is, Thor, all these wires right here are going to be pretty accessible. So I'm assuming you're going to leave those open-ended ones here in the back so the passengers can stare at those too, right?
Absolutely. They're just going to go back as far as they can right here. I might leave all these. Honestly, I'm just going to run the power back here. I want to leave the zippy drive that they gave you. Dude, look at that. USB drive. It has a bunch of cool music on it. We're going to leave that right here so we can access it. Like, I don't know about you dads. I like free stuff. Like, free stuff's cool. Like, you bought the speaker, you didn't know you were getting a USB drive. Remember when USB drives were expensive? Remember when you're like, oh, I need a, like a 64 gig, and then you're like, they'd be like, oh, that's $100. Now you get two of them for like $20 at freaking Walmart, and I think they're 128 gigs or something crazy. I remember my mom's friend back in the day, he was like, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm taking all of my albums, all my CDs, and all my records, and I'm ripping them to my computer because I just got a 60 gigabyte hard drive. I'm like, my truck has a 5 terabyte hard drive in it now. Oh, so you mean like bread ties and stuff, dude? Like, you could save this in your dad drawer for later? For like in 20 years, you're gonna be like, oh, you need a fix for that? I got just the thing. This is just gonna go just like that. I'll probably just put all the wires back because that just looks better. I'm just gonna run it right over to this channel here, and I have a channel that I can zip tie that wire in right here and drop it straight down to my battery. That's gonna be awesome. We're almost done, folks, and we're ready to have our ears blown out. They give you a ton of these zip ties, man, and they're like primo zip ties. Like, they're good. Like, dude, you could totally do this cleaner than me. I don't care. Now for a cleanish install, make sure you snip your tails off of your zip ties.
We can leave them on for some frilly excitement.
People are like, why am I getting tickled while I'm riding on your quad? I know. The install has gotten so intense that I've had to get out of my comfortable seat on the other side and come over to this side. This custom wire hiding job. I just want it to sound good. I'm right up here, ready to hear music. Ready to connect it to this.
I want to hear it.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay, so that's a good opening to go right there. I just don't know if I want to. Oh, okay, that goes right there. So that that fusible link will sit right there. And then, boom, right to the battery, done. Direct to your battery, so make sure you connect it direct to your battery. And worst case, if you're paranoid about this thing sucking up extra juice when you're not using the unit, you can literally come right back here to the battery, connect up here, and just disconnect it while you're not using your buggy.
This right here, I have all my connections under here. So all I can do is disconnect this one right here when I'm parked, or when I'm storing it, or when I'm parked for the night or whatever. Same difference.
So we got our nut off. That's our negative, as you can tell right there on your battery. Please make sure you hook this up correctly, or else you're gonna have a very bad time and you don't get nice loudspeakers. Okay, we got that pretty much fed back where we need it. Make sure you don't use any extensions when you're working on your battery because you could accidentally arc your terminals, and not that I've done that before. Don't pay attention to any of the scarring that's on these terminals. So pop that back in. See, it's got that cutout right there. Boom. And boom.
Yay!
Guess
Music
what,
time.
guys? Music time. Were you not filming?
Oh, look at that. Oh no.
We don't need Bluetooth because we have a sound. We have a sound bar.
Watch this, ladies and gents.
All right, so both units are installed. They sound amazing. This one in particular, the K66 Max, oh my God, it is obnoxiously loud. Like, I had to turn it down to probably half to 3/4. Like, oh yeah, it's crazy, like the amount that this thing puts out. I definitely recommend you grab one from our friends over at Kspeaker. And like I said, this is the K66 Max, this is the K66 Plus. Both great units, both fairly priced. Enjoy. So if you liked our content today, please like and subscribe, as we're gonna have a ton more, not just product reviews, but off-roading, hanging out, working on cool cars, working on our friend Len's Corvette with him, with his channel. If you like Corvette content, please check out Len's 58 Corvette on YouTube. It's awesome. Like and subscribe, as that helps his channel, and like and subscribe as it helps our channel. I'm Thor with Dad Time, and we'll see you on the next one.